complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Well, that's a lot for a rack like a student. Oh, they're flat out forcing me to go right now. Most of the map is covered by fog. Hamlets are small communities. This hamlet is Lower Hogsmeade. Okay. Can I go? No. As I explore, we'll remove fog, unveiling more hamlets, dungeons, bandit camps, and many others. Okay.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small, project.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
142 staircases, and this is where they put me.
So I have to run to Lower Hogsmeade to get over here? So Hogsmeade, the regular one, is up here. Pumpkin Den. I feel like this is leading me to herbology corridor instead of where I actually wanted to go. Alright then.
Revelio. Incendio! Revelio.
Well, that one doesn't move.
Incendio. Revelio.
There's this, I collect that one.
Revelio. 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 This looks intriguing. Revelio.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Revelio.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
I'm not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
It is good to see you, my...
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn.
Who?
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be
Cloak is
stopped.
flying through her
Rumor
arm.
has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Hi, Faye!
What's going on here? Revelio.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Oh, I shall enjoy this.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Collection your field guide have been updated with new enemy type. You may learn value insights of enemies, skills or weaknesses.
You've nowhere to hide!
I'm not going anywhere.
You're taking in a heap of trouble! Be down at once! What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and
not what I
I shall
was
have
trying to
you
say.
know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me.
Revelio.
It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
I didn't see any vines
What should
before.
I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Leviosa!
Oh, I'm probably just supposed to fight.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
That worked somehow. Oh, we made a gazebo.
Beard, how beautiful!
What a day.
Revelio.
Hardly believe it.
Oh, she's happy.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Different challenges offer different rewards. Merlin's trial. Upgrade gear capacity.
Might I
Who are you?
beseech you for some assistance?
Who are you?
Hello? Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
I'm afraid I'm not keen on mucking about at the bottom of lakes.
Oh, please don't say no just yet. Perhaps if you understood my plight, you'd change your mind.
Perhaps? What precisely do you need to retrieve, and why?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
I can just go in. stones.
Revelio. Accio. This must be where the Pinch-Smedley family astrolabe is. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
difficult.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did, and I'm keeping it.
I
Yeah.
did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there.
How did this
Thank
get
you
lost
again.
down there anyway?
And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Mermaid mask.
Wonder who lives here. After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn. Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today? I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime.
Oh my goodness, that drove them all out of the pasture there.
If you're here for my wedding...
Revelio. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio. That's that.
And another gazebo. guide page.
Revelio.
Right there. Groundskeeper tools. Well.
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Heal. I should investigate.
Let's go save.
Revelio.
There really was everything to it.
What do you have in store for me this time? Incendio! Levioso!
Goodbye. I broke it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with that thing. Where'd it go?
Levioso!
Nope. I guess we'll come back to this one later. Maybe we'll spawn back up there. If the game thinks I broke the puzzle, right?
Revelio.
So it already reset. What exactly am I supposed to do with that?
Revelio.
What if I just try and take it over to the place I just was? Oh. Wow, it's completely by accident. Okay, let me set this up real quick.
Character, but like a main character and part of the group. Is this character they found inside of a mansion?
Huh.
Yeah.
Like I never, like I just
Yes,
kind of
what
made her
they're
up,
from
and then
now.
she was just a character, and she stuck around.
I figure it's a good way to get Violet blamed for the activities of the lab as well.
Okay, what
Why
else
else
is
would
around
Violet save the scientist lady?
You're almost at the end of. You're almost at the end of chapter 7. I just realized. I guess a lot of chapter 7 was just the notes.
There's a Merlin trial over here.
You're doing the Merlin trials. I heard about those.
48 out of 98. That's halfway.
That's not bad at all.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Birds.
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 I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Flowers?
Oh, flowers. I said birds.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Sorry about that.
Revelio.
Chippo's phone is infecting his brain.
Oh no.
There is a comment from Amit that her internet went down.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
It did.
She lost her internet.
Leviosa.
Oh.
This one right here. I have no idea why Yayu came here, but I've lost internet, so I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna leave.
Merlin himself would be proud.
And I've lost interest. I didn't become internet. No.
Let's bring it up to the top. So Shippa can remember this glory.
Yeah, you.
Yayu.
I'm a leave. I'm lost.
Revelio.
How did interest become internet?
I have no idea. Kind of funny though. Perfect timing for your phone to say that.
10 out of 10. Yeah, I can go to a class.
Just having some mic connects before I continue. We gotta go to herbology class.
Yeah. I get to go.
Revelio.
I'm happy.
Turn to page
How
384,
nice to see you,
or
my young
whichever
friend.
number was.
Oh my goodness, can I loot the place? I can loot the place. Dear Professor Garlic, how very thoughtful you to remember that strawberries are my favorite. They're sweet as can be, no wonder muggles love them so much. Everything you cultivate seems to be such high quality, from bitterroot to berries. I hope my darling niece can learn the skill while under your tutelage. Lenora so adores you, as do all your students, I'm sure.
Revelio.
Oh, some mallow sweet.
Revelio.
Hmm.
Revelio. Off on another adventure, are
What was that?
It says there's a paper nearby somewhere.
we? Revelio.
That's by what I'm gathering. Can't fit in there. There it is. Dirigible plum. This orange radish-like fruit floats upside down as it grows. Some believe it can enhance one's ability to accept extraordinary. I like how the game was like, you should be level 3 by now, and I'm over here at level 14.
Yeah, games are like that sometimes. Sometimes they like, yeah, you have to be this level, and then all of a sudden it'll jump to like, you have to be like really high level. There's like crazy jumps sometimes.
Gotham Knight. You should be a level 28. I'm only 14.
That's a good example. And this game was made by the same people who made that game, so be careful.
Gotham Knight's still really nice.
Oh, now there's another chime. Look for this big tree. Time to jump around this big tree. There it is. Greenhouse tree. Situated at the center of Hogwarts greenhouse, this giant tree has a system of roots as deep, reaching, and convoluted as school's dungeons. Cool.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind. Revelio.
Okay, let's go to class.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
You know,
I'm very sorry about that.
why does she
Yours was
have a
bit
glass
mature, I'm
ceiling
afraid.
with,
All right, then.
with things that can break glass by screaming?
Splendid work, everyone.
Probably because you need one for a greenhouse, maybe.
Guess I would.
Now for our next
They should
task,
probably have like
we'll be
magic
planting
glass
Dittany
that
at
doesn't
our
break up sound
The
like
best
that.
time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's
For
hardly ever in his
greenhouses, it's
classroom.
allow the light in and also have it temperature controlled.
I'm just saying, they got magic.
Yes,
they could have
Professor.
magic
Firstly,
glass.
well done with your
It doesn't
mandrake.
break from
They
sound.
can be rather difficult to get
True.
a grasp of.
I'll say. I nearly
It
went
seems
deaf.
dangerous
Well,
to
yes.
have
Of course, the cries
creature
of
that
Charmandragora can be fatal.
found that
So remember
found
to keep those ears
not have
protected.
something to protect
Now, as I
them, but-
mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany.
You can do it!
Some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see, how
So
to
you can grow
balance my
stuff here.
star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it
Then when you
a
come
vital
back,
ingredient
it'll be
in
grown,
the
you can
Wiggenweld
harvest it and get
potion,
you some
as you all
components
should know
with
from
them.
Professor Sharp's class.
Hit me.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
The cabbages bite?
These ones do.
Hello. Saw you on your way.
She was
to
saying
Portsmouth
about
the other
them
day.
needing something to chew on.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab it. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Oh.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
You just released
Vicious
3
little bastards,
dangerous
aren't they?
enemies.
My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and Deathcap has more of them, if
I
you're
want
keen.
them to approach you and
Other
be
plants
like,
too. Ones your
"Hey, main
parents would plant
character,
in the
have you ever
garden.
grown a woolly
You get the
mammoth
idea.
from a pot?"
Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
You want them to
Take
approach
your
us
time.
and be like
I'll
that?
see you back in class.
Yep. Would you like to grow a woolly mammoth from this pot?
Why not?
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have
She had
so much to
regrown your
offer.
fingers if they
I'm
had
eager
bitten
to
them
learn
off.
more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous
I mean,
subject.
she'd probably send you to
Tend
the
to your
nurse.
garden, and it will tend to you.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
And then she immediately looked bored. She went from bubbly to looking bored in 2
Mandrakes are
seconds.
really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friends.
Oh, got a 10 potions class, and I can do that one. Let's go to potions.
Potion.
Kindness and concern are
I gotta make sure to come back here to get my Dittany leaves.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
No. That was being careful. She warned you. She warned you 2 seconds beforehand to cover your ears.
Yeah.
Granted, you probably should. Why are we doing everyone at once with the mandrakes? That doesn't make much sense.
Nothing better than a few pints of butterbeer and a pile of meat.
What did you think you were doing? That cow has been in our family for 30 years.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Revelio.
Hi.
Revelio.
I think there were dots.
Aha! Gregory the Smarmy. Statue with an ingrating grin depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy, a wizard famous for inventing Gregory's Unicus potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. Why?
What are you up to now?
There was something else to it.
Revelio.
There. Found it. Professor Sharp's Aura Badge. Ministry magical law protect the wizarding world from all sorts of threats. Professor Sharp has one. Memorandum. Aurora Office. Increased amount of activity outside of ordinary hours, particularly wee hours of night. Suspicious deliveries being made to the back entrance. We're adding more orders to join. That's I've been watching shop. You among the new additions. Further instructions to follow.
Revelio.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed,
Ravenclaw got a
each
point.
of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Why does this guy act like Snape?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, You'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yeah.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you.
His hair's not that red, I'd
Are
say.
you related to Professor Weasley?
None of the
She's my
Weasleys
aunt.
have.
Keeps too close an eye
Red
on
hair
me
for
for
some reason.
comfort. Ugh.
Do they just not like redheads
She
anymore?
can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just
Yeah,
missing
where
one
is the
tiny
red hair?
last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Should I do it?
Rob from the professor. I think it's a good plan.
Harry Potter did it a lot.
He did it a lot.
Should we do it or shouldn't tell him no?
Most of the professors liked him a lot.
Well, he stole from Snape and Snape hated him. What do you think?
I mean, you might as well get it, though.
Okay.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Revelio.
Collection found Fwooper.
Stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never...
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and...
Nope, he's gonna mess it
That's
up.
odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. and you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
So I've essentially
I think each of us
sabotaged
has had enough
Gryffindor there.
excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Not even really intentionally.
I helped someone and sabotaged them.
Yeah.
Let's make a bunch of potions. Takes a few seconds.
It's an interesting thing. Let's say you had been in Gryffindor. Would you have lost points there?
Yep.
It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I
I'm
think.
pretty sure he might have taken some points from me if I didn't own up to it.
Oh, he absolutely would have.
Except the fact that I owned up to him earned him points. No more Horklimp juice.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I like how I got to keep 5 of the cabbages.
Revelio.
My cabbages.
Go over to the herbology wing and see if my Dittany leaves are ready. Sweet. Oh, it's just gonna keep repeating? Oh, 5 times, okay.
Off on another
Go,
adventure,
let's
are
start
we?
it.